All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is Howard One by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha Rakah Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is a quick news update. You know, uh, let me see. Let me go here. Share this. It says former Russian president raises specter of a World War III as rhetoric ramps up over Ukraine. All right. So this is once again wars and rumors of wars. All right. Um, but the end is not yet. The main prophecy we're looking for to happen is the temptation that's going to come upon the whole world, which goes into the MOTB. All right. These things have to happen first. But in World War III will be in the midst of that. So former President Medvedev um, spoke out against Trump. Something Trump. This is what Trump said. I'm gonna read it in a second. But this is Medvedev's response. It says, "I only know of one really bad thing." Because Trump was saying to Putin, like, "Yo," in an interview this past week, he stated that what he feels Putin is doing in Ukraine by all out attacks on that country, the recent attacks with drones and missiles, 300 drones, I think. Putin, well, Trump responded saying, "Hey, man, they're in the middle of talks, and it's the wrong time to be escalating the war with Ukraine." So, basically being a hypocrite. But the thing is, he said he made a statement, and he said if it wasn't for Trump, Trump was saying if it wasn't for himself, um, a lot of bad things would happen to Russia. And Russia responded by saying, "I only know of one really bad thing, World War III." That don't mean, see? So basically, what they're stating is, it's going to be a fight. You know, they're not going to be bullied or just conquered easily. They're saying it's going to be a fight, World War III. All right. I only know of one really bad thing, World War III. I hope Trump understands this. Dmitry Medvedev wrote on Twitter or X. All right, this is May 28th, today, 2025. Former Russian President Medvedev raised the specter of World War III on Tuesday as the rhetoric between the White House and the Kremlin ramped up over the war in Ukraine. Medvedev, now a top security official, was responding to President Trump's post on Truth Social, berating his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, as Moscow continued to rain strikes down on its neighbor. What Vladimir Putin, this is what what Trump said. This is his quote. What Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is that if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia. And I really mean bad, wrote Trump. He's talking about basically nukes, most likely, who appears to be losing patience over the lack of a ceasefire deal, adding, he's playing with fire. And the fire you're talking about is going to be that burning and fuel of fire. This thing about to go nuclear. All right. About 3 hours later, that's when Medvedev took to X and responded. I only know of one really bad thing, World War III. I hope Trump understands this. I mean, it's going to be a world war. It's not just going to be bad things happening to Russia. No, it's going to be happening to the whole world. This in turn drew an almost immediate rebuke from Trump's special envoy to Ukraine, retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg, who called Medvedev's remarks reckless in a post on X. But Trump's remarks were reckless too, cautioning that Russia was stoking fears of another world war. Kellogg's oh, Kellogg's Kellogg wrote that it was unfitting of a world power, all right, to threaten world war. So yeah, this is basically let me get that real quick once again. Get this real quick. All right. So like bear with me. Go down to the New Testament. All right, here we go. It's gonna be Matthew 24 and 6. Let me see if I can get it where y'all can see it. No, I'm just read it. It says what? Matthew 24 and 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, we're hearing about the war in Ukraine and uh, Pakistan and amongst Iran and Israel and Gaza, right? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for see it's a troubling thing to hear about um, nuclear war or World War III. For so the Lord told us to not be troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, the end is still not yet, but there will be um, world war. Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past. All right, the Second World War, 1930s, around 1938 to 1945, World War II. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man. So it's coming. They said this right here. Um, Habakkuk 2 and 1. Let's get 2 real quick, my bad. Habakkuk 2 and 1. Um, here you go. 2 and 3. For the vision is yet, for the prophecy is yet for an appointed time. So the Most High got an appointed time when this thing is going to kick off. But for the vision, the prophecy of World War III, you know, is yet for an appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak. It's going to speak true. All right. It's going to be known that it was true and not lie. Though it tarry, see, you know, the end is not yet. But though it tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. World War III is coming. It's coming fast, but it's still not the end yet. All right. So, matter of fact, let's go here. This is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, all those Gentile nations, foreign nations, America also, that's trying not to go to war. The Most High says this. Let me get that. Oops. Let me get this real fast. Let's get Proverbs 21 and 1. It says the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. So, and the king are these presidents, these leaders of these nations like Russia, Putin, Trump. Xi Jinping, all their leaders, the world leaders. But their hearts, their minds are in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And that's when you get Ezekiel 38, the Most High pulling the mind of Putin or Russia, all right, to build back as the old Soviet Union, annexing meaning taking back those surrounding countries around Moscow. All right, and to do so, they're gonna have to go to war. All right. So the king's heart is in, so they can't stop it. You know, they can't stop it. Because the Most High already ordained it in the heavens to happen. So Jeremiah 51. Wait, where was that? Joel. All right, Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. See, they getting prepared for war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. So saying basically, um, don't show up um for a small war. No, this is gonna be a big one. You know, they're gonna need heavy duty weapons. All right, it's gonna be a war. All right. But the spears represents the ICBM missiles. All right. Also called arrows in the Bible. So, and also in the book of Job 20, it's called sharp sword, like the edge of an arrowhead, nuclear warheads. It says, "Assemble yourselves, Salaki, beat your plowshares into swords." So they're no longer putting their money into only agriculture and building up their country. They're uniting, building the bricks, to build up their economy. But for the past 10 years, Russia, since 1991, the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia has been building up their military infrastructure just like China and North Korea. So now they've all acquired nuclear missiles, deterrence. So let them say what? I am strong. And that's what Medvedev is saying to Trump. Like, yo, they're a strong nation. What do you mean something bad gonna happen? No, it's gonna be a fight. All right. They're saying they're strong too. That's what the bear means. Enough. The Most High made Russia equipped to handle uh this purpose. All right. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. So the Lord can call the angels down as well. So it's not only going to be World War III, but it's going to be a spiritual war as well. All right. So that's what they're saying. They're strong. That was a strong statement from Medvedev. Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen. Howl for her. Take balm for her. Pain. If so, she may be healed. And that's what's going to bring about the MOTB is the economy falling. All right. Um, where was I at? There you go. That's what I wanted. Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows. Okay, so those arrows are going to be equipped with some super technology and to make a big explosion. All right, make bright the arrows. That's those ICBM missiles. All right, and they're sharpened that they can make a sword of destruction. Make bright the arrows. It says to purify, make shine, to polish. Getting ready for war. All right, get out all of the imperfections. That's why they do nuclear tests and missile tests. All right, so make sure it's perfect. That was the Most High is doing. Um, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. So get all the missile defenses together. Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. All right. So that land demographic where media used to be is now today called Russia or Ra'ash, which would be Russia. All right. Spirit of the kings of the Medes. So that spirit is Russia today. The so now for his device, so his imagination and his plan is against Babylon. That's what it's about. Right here. All right. The Most High have them pinned against each other for the last days of judgment, for Judgment Day. And they're trying to avoid it, but all things are pulling to that one moment to where Russia and America gonna go head on, and all of Russia's allies and America and its allies, which would be like Europe, and some of its allies in Europe, and smaller allies amongst the other nations, and they're gonna fail against the BRICS. Um, so his device is against Babylon. See, to destroy it because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. So why is this going to happen? Because it's a judgment from Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, meaning set up an attack. Make the wall watch strong. See, weak saying strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For Yahweh have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, right? Because of America's vast ocean, surrounding ocean, they think they're untouchable. Now the Lord raised up these nations that have ICBM missiles to be able to respond and deter and to make statements saying, you're not going to do anything. It's going to be a fight, World War III. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness, man. All right. So yeah, this is a quick little news update. These two opposing sides are going at it, but the end is not yet. But it's the Most High puppeting both of these world leaders. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.